Alright, we are live. Whoa. I believe, let me check. Yes, we are live. Okay. So, welcome to our stream for Sunday Night Football with the Eagles against the Cowboys. Hi, how are you? How's it going? Give me a minute and I'll put a poll out. Alright. Let me put a poll out. Give me 1 second while I pull up the rosters as well. Alright, give me 1 second. But comment who you have. I'm going with the Eagles. They're the only undefeated team in the NFL. Hi, how's it going? Oops. Alright, there we go. Who will win? Cowboys or Eagles? Obviously, the Eagles are home. I said hi to everyone. Go Eagles, okay? So yeah, hello everyone. Welcome. So, let me pull up the inactives in a minute as well. Give me 1 second. Alright. Cowboys inactives. Dak Prescott is out. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, I just missed a few comments. The Eagles haven't played anybody. Anybody good, so they might lose. Yeah, they haven't played that good teams. So I understand what you're saying. They definitely could. But, inactives, I'll get to the rest of the comments in a second. So, inactives for the rest of the, for everyone else. So, for the Cowboys, inactives are Dak Prescott, which is obviously a big one, but not really when you consider how good Cooper Rush has been in replacing him. So Dak Prescott inactive, Nishan Wright inactive, Marquise Bell inactive, Devin Harper inactive, Matt Waltzigo inactive, probably said his name wrong, and Dalton Schultz inactive, so another big inactive there. And Eagles inactives are Josh Stills, Trey Sermon, Josh Jobe, Taron Jackson, Ian Book, and Reed Blankenship. So, obviously there's a few key inactives there for the Cowboys. So that means Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb are both in, as they were both dealing with injuries. Parsons, I believe, is listed as questionable with a groin injury. So no, sorry. Um, what's his name? Parsons was not even on the injury report, but Dak Prescott was listed as questionable. He's out. Jason Peters is active, and CeeDee Lamb was on the injury report with a hip injury. He's also active. Off topic, but what are your thoughts on the Yankees tonight? Well, being a Yankee fan, they desperately need a win. I mean, obviously need a win, because it is, if they don't win here, they're done. But I think they're going to get the win. They've got their ace, Garrett Cole, on the mound. Currently up 3-1. So, I think they're going to end up getting the win tonight. And I think they're going to win tomorrow in front of the home crowd as well. How about the Giants at 5-1? I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm just glad they're doing it. Another one where you really don't know how they did it today. Against the Eagles, they just... against the Ravens, but they just found a way. But, alright, so I think I'm all ready. We've got the rosters, comments. So far in the poll, 60% have said the Eagles, 40% have said the Cowboys. I would go with the Eagles, but I mean, I could definitely see this game going either way. Cooper Rush also has not lost a game in the NFL as a starter, so that is obviously something to watch. Alright, so they appears about to start. Let me bring up the scoreboard real quick before I forget. Alright, so I think I'm all ready. Give me 1 second, actually. Sorry, there's a huge bug crawling over here. Alright, stop now. But, so I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Let me check my score prediction. Cooper Rush has not lost as a starter, which is definitely something to watch as this game goes on. If he will remain undefeated. Week 6 NFL predictions. Let me check real quick. Hold on if this loads. Alright, Sunday Night Football. I said Eagles 31-26. So that is my score prediction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So Eagles are the final remaining undefeated team. Dak Prescott is inactive once again with a thumb injury, but I mean, it's really not the biggest deal for the Cowboys because they've had success with Cooper Rush. So give me 1 second to Alright, so I don't know who's going to get the ball first. But let's see. As they're a little bit late here. Typically it started by now. Alright, so it will be the Cowboys getting the ball first. There we go. Alright, so the Cowboys getting the ball first. As Sunday Night Football is set to kick off. Jake Elliott sends this one deep to the dangerous Kevontae Turpin, who fields it at the goal line and brings it out, but he stumbles at about the 13-yard line. And that is where the Cowboys will start. So starting from their own 16-yard line, here is a jet sweep to CeeDee Lamb. And Lamb to the edge gets about 8 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Cooper Rush, 4 starts this season, is 4-0, 5-0 in his career. Also, started his starting career for the Cowboys last year on Sunday Night Football. Here's Rush, knocked away by 43 of the Eagles. That is, hold on, give me 1 second. 43 is Kaiser White. So here's a early third down for the Cowboys, 3rd and 2. I'm also going to go ahead and end this poll. Here is the give to Elliott, and he is stuffed there, only able to get a yard. As good stop by the Eagles defense. And that'll bring up 4th and 1. Alright. So Agner on to punt for the Cowboys after a quick 3 and out. And it is off cleanly. On the return, I don't know who the returner is, but he's able to split the two defenders before running into a Cowboy at about the 28-yard line, 29 maybe. Now the Eagles' offense come onto the field for their first possession of the game. Jalen Hurts has looked like an MVP candidate so far. Hi, and who do you think will win the NFC East? Good question. Hi to you as well. But that's a good question. With how the Eagles have been so far, I would have to go with the Eagles. But I mean, really, it's still a 3-team race between the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants. So I could see any of those 3 teams winning it, but I think the Eagles are probably the best of those 3. Here's a quick throw to A.J. Brown, but he just drops it off his hands and falls incomplete. How about you? Who do you have winning the NFC East? At this point, I'd go with the Eagles, but it could still go in 3 different directions. Jalen Hurts, 1,300 passing yards, 266 rushing yards, 10 total touchdowns, and 2 picks. 2nd and 10 from their own 29. Devontae Smith in motion. Hurts in the shotgun, low snap, but quick throw on a slant to Smith for a first down. Something to watch here is the Cowboys' pass rush against a good Eagles offensive line. Cowboys have a very good pass rush, but the Eagles also have a very good offensive line, as I just said, so that's definitely going to be something to watch today. So here's 1st and 10 from their own 42. Hurts play action. Looks to throw. Now looks to scramble, and Hurts goes down. Sacked back at the 35-yard line. Armstrong in on the sack. Cowboys for the upset. Okay, I could see this. I could see it going either way, as I think it'll be a very close competitive game with 2 good teams. So now here's 2nd and 19 from their own 33. Hurts in the shotgun. Miles Sanders wind up to his left. Play clock's winding down. Snap it with 2 seconds left. Hurts looks to throw and fires to A.J. Brown on a slant, and he's up to the 45-yard line to make it 3rd and a lot more manageable. Besides the Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants, who do you think is the best team in the NFL this season? Good question, but probably the Bills. They just beat the Chiefs before, and now I think they have probably the most complete team in the NFL, and they've shown so far this season that they've been really good, so probably the Bills are the best team in the NFL. Here's Hurts. He looks to throw on 3rd and 8, and he floats one looking for A.J. Brown, just throws it a little too far down the field, as that brings up a 4th down. Congratulations to the Giants win again. Yeah, I don't know how they keep winning. I'm just glad they keep doing it. Bills easy, yes, agreed. And Josh Allen for MVP. He's looking like a very early MVP contender. And if I had to pick an MVP right now, it probably would be Josh Allen. So 4th and 8, the Eagles will be forced to punt it away. Kevontae Turpin back deep to receive. He fields it at his own 13. Now Turpin, dangerous with the ball in his hands, but good coverage. Only allows about a return of about 8. Who do you think will win MVP this year? Good question. I think Josh Allen's definitely in there. If the Giants keep up what they're doing, I think Saquon Barkley definitely deserves to be in the MVP conversation. Jalen Hurts is having a good year so far. But as of now, probably Josh Allen. How about you? Who do you have winning MVP? But as of now, yeah, I'd probably go Josh Allen. I mean, it's still very early in the season. All things could change, but he would be my pick now. So, the Eagles had a pretty good drive, but then that sack really set them back. They did a very good job going to. They did a very good job making it third and manageable at 3rd and 8. They just were not able to capitalize on that. And Hurts missed A.J. Brown. So, that's why they had to punt it away. Now, the Cowboys get their second possession of the game. Our favorite NFL team is the Packers, and I think you're saying your favorite quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. If I'm wrong, just let me know. But I'm a Giants fan. The Packers actually lost to the Giants last week. And surprisingly, I was surprised they lost to the Jets today. Didn't really see a ton of that game, but it was not a very good offensive showing. Rodgers missing Devontae Adams. Yeah, definitely. He's missing, like, the go-to wide receiver. That's what I really think he's missing is, like, go-to wide receiver, you know? Like, he would go to Devontae Adams when he needed a big play last year. But this year, like as you said, he's missing someone like that. Here's the toss to Tony Pollard, running left. Pollard cuts it back, but is only able to get about 3, maybe 4 yards. Alright, so here's 2nd and 7, rush, empty backfield. And Rush rolls out right and fires on the move to an open receiver. That's Tony Pollard. And he's got a first down for the Cowboys. Their first down of the game after going 3 and out on their first drive. Rush rolled out right. Good job to make an accurate throw on the move there as the pass rush was starting to get some pressure on him. Now Rush lined up under center. Tony Pollard remains in the game as the running back. And it's a fake toss. Rush on the move. He finds an open receiver. That's Ferguson. And a flag flies. Actually, 2 of them. Ferguson is a rookie tight end out of Wisconsin. So let's see what the penalty call is here. As there was one, it's maybe like an illegal formation or something like that. One by each team, offsides on the Eagles and illegal block in the back on the Cowboys. So those penalties offset. And so Hassan Reddick was offsides. Let's see here. Not really, but sort of. I guess you can see it. And then CeeDee Lamb with the illegal block in the back. So here's 1st and 10. Rush lined up in the pistol with Pollard, the running back. Here is the give to Pollard. And he is swallowed up after about a gain of a yard. Maybe got 2 yards on the second effort. But nowhere to go. As the rookie Jordan Davis in on the stop there. Jordan Davis, 13th overall pick in this past draft. Here is the give to Elliott, and he's only able to get about 3 yards. Haven't really found much success running the ball here early for the Cowboys, as that brings up a 3rd down. So let's see what they come up with here on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 4. Rush in the shotgun. Zeke wind up to his left. Rush looks to throw and fires quickly. Knocked away. Great job there by Epps to knock that one away before it got to the intended receiver, which was number 89. That is Peyton Hendershot. Another rookie tight end. He out of Indiana. So the rookie tight ends are going to see an increased role today with no Dalton Schultz, as he's probably their 2nd option in the passing game behind CeeDee Lamb. Michael Gallup is also back. Forgot about that. But yeah, Ferguson and Hendershot are going to see a lot more playing time today than usual. But here is Anger to punt, and he sends this one away. And it is bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Great deke there by the return man, making believe he's going to catch it, but just letting that bounce over his head. And who is the Eagles returner? Let me check real quick. Alright, it's Britton Covey. Or at least that's who it is in their depth chart. And let me move this back to the Eagles. There we go. So I put out a poll regarding this game in the community tab of my channel, where you guys can frequently check there for weekly polls, stuff like that. I said, who do you think will win Sunday Night Football? 52% of you guys said the Eagles, 48% said the Cowboys. So it could definitely go either way. And it has been an even game so far, as we're scoreless through half of the first quarter. So let's see what the Eagles offense comes up with after a not amazing first drive. Alright, so from their own 20-yard line, Hurts and the Eagles offense back onto the field. Boston Scott, the running back, Dallas Goedert in motion. Hurts hands off to Scott, but Scott goes almost nowhere, getting barely able to get 2 yards. As something to watch is how the Eagles use their 3 running backs, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Miles Sanders. Sanders did not end up scoring a touchdown last season. So, but he's bounced back pretty nicely so far this season. But he's still split time with Gainwell and Scott. A.J. Brown in motion. 2nd and 8. Here is Hurts to throw. And he fires quickly and hits a man in stride. That's tight. No, that's 89. Sorry. 89 is... That is another tight end. That is Jack Stoll, a second-year player out of Nebraska. I thought that was Dallas Goedert. Sorry. Gain of 21 there. Trayvon Diggs now over on the sideline. Devontae Smith in motion. He lines up in the slot to Hurts' left. Here is the give to Miles Sanders. Sanders breaking the outside. Sanders still on his feet. Micah Parsons now able to track him down after a gain of 4. So Sanders with a good run there. Fought through contact twice. No, actually once, sorry. Before Parsons tracked him down. Is the game at the Eagles? I'm at work, can't see TV. Yes. It is in Philadelphia. 2nd and 6. Here is Dallas Goedert for a first down catch. If you would play Madden 23, which NFL team would you do a franchise with? So, I actually have a gaming YouTube channel where I have a Falcons franchise ongoing. So, like to rebuild, or like my favorite team is the Giants, so obviously they'd always be my first choice. Here's a drop by Dallas Goedert on first down. But, like, to rebuild, I would go with either... I'd probably go with one of the Giants, Falcons, Texans, or Seahawks. But, I mean, it's really... It depends on what you feel like. Here is Hurts, play action. He fires quickly to Devontae Smith. And Smith is able to get about 5 yards on 2nd down to bring up a 3rd and 5. So 3rd down for the Eagles as they're moving the ball better this drive as they're in Cowboys territory. 3rd and 5, really about 4.5. Here is the give to Kenneth Gainwell, and he is wrapped up after about a gain of 1.5 yards. As the Eagles come up short on 3rd down. So let's see what they decide to do here. They're in Cowboys territory. At about the 37, 38 yard line. So they're going to keep the offense out here and go for it. As I like the aggressive decision early. So they need to get to the Cowboys 35. They're currently at the Cowboys 37. Here is Hurts play action. He finds A.J. Brown on the run for a first down. And Brown is down to about the 31 yard line. As the Eagles convert on 4th down. I liked the decision to go for it on 4th down because you kind of... At the 37, a field goal from there is... What's a field goal? Hold on, let me check. It's a 54-yard field goal. It's probably makeable. But here's a run on 1st down for a gain of 9 by Kenneth Gainwell. But what I was saying is I like the decision to go for it there because it's a 54-yard field goal, which kickers can probably make. But I mean, it's early in the game, so I like the decision to go for it. Here's Hurts, quick throw out to Quez Watkins, but Watkins nowhere to go, and just barely to get back to the line of scrimmage before being forced out of bounds. Trayvon Diggs is back on the field after being on the sideline the last play, or a few plays ago. Here is Hurts on the quarterback sneak, and he easily gets that. So the Eagles convert there on the short yardage situation using the quarterback sneak. And now at the 14-yard line, at the 16-yard line, they have 1st and 10. Hurts, empty backfield. Here is a quarterback draw, and Hurts is taken down behind the line of scrimmage by number 99, that is Chauncey Golston. Big play there. Typically, quarterback draws are supposed to go up the middle. That one sort of was supposed to go more to the left, or I'm not sure if it was designed that way or just the way that was blocked. But that is how that one ended up going. Here is Hurts, play action. Under pressure, escapes the diving attempt from DeMarcus Lawrence. Hurts throws out of bounds. Hurts dodged the sack attempt from DeMarcus Lawrence and then directed some traffic before making what seems like the right decision to throw that ball away. So now 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 3rd and 12 after the loss of 2 on 1st down. Kenneth Gainwell in motion. Hurts fires quickly underneath. There's A.J. Brown. Now Brown is to the 10-yard line, but is still 4 yards short of the 1st down. Good job by Hurts to find an open receiver underneath, and A.J. Brown, who is able to get down to the 10-yard line. Now 4th and 4, Eagles lining up to go for it. Now what I would do if I'm the Eagles, I will not actually snap this ball, as there is some movement. Let's see who this is. I was saying I'm not going to snap the ball because the quarter would just come to a close and I wouldn't even have to spend a timeout. Then you talk about it between quarters. If you still want to go for it, if you're going to kick the field goal, I'd end up kicking the field goal. But let's see who the penalty is on, as there was definitely some early movement. It is on the Cowboys. That'll give the Eagles a 1st down, and they won't even have to make that decision. As Dante Fowler. 56. Yeah, Dante Fowler jumps off sides. As now the 1st quarter expires. As the Eagles in scoring position but have not scored yet, as we are through a scoreless 1st quarter. So, now after the 1st quarter, it is still 0-0. Both defenses have been pretty good, but the Eagles are looking to get the first points of the game here, as they have the ball at, it would be half the distance to the goal, because they were at the 10, so at the 5-yard line. So many flags this season, the game getting too soft and technical, definitely agree. Like, especially those roughing the passer ones last week. Those were just brutal calls. But, it is football. I mean, it's not touch football. It is tackle football. But I definitely agree with what you're saying. I think everyone does. That there's been several questionable flags this season. Alright, so back after the commercial break between the first and second quarter. So Eagles with the football at the Cowboys 5-yard line. As they've got a 1st and goal, so let's see what they come up with here. Current drive, 14 plays, 75 yards, as it started at their own 20-yard line after a touchback on a punt. Quez Watkins in motion. Here's the give to Miles Sanders. Sanders in for the touchdown. Eagles strike first. "15 plays, 80 yards for the Eagles. As Miles Sanders is in for the touchdown, which is his 4th touchdown on the season, bouncing back very nicely after not having a single touchdown last season. And the extra point is up and good to make it 7-0 Eagles. The NFL is only about the quarterbacks. That's why they're calling a lot of roughing the passer calls. It is a quarterback-oriented week. I understand that. But I definitely feel you can win without an elite quarterback. Like, look at the Giants. Like, I still don't think Daniel Jones is amazing. He's definitely improved a lot from last season to this season. And he's doing what the Giants need him to do. But I still don't think he's an elite quarterback. But, got even softer after his concussion. I think that's part of it, to try to make them not hit the quarterback as hard. So, like, the one on Tom Brady, I feel like that was definitely one of Tua's concussion, because how Grady Jarrett kind of, like, swung him around. But, I mean, the one on Derek Carr, that was just a really bad penalty. So, they're trying to protect the quarterbacks, but you do have to let quarterbacks get hit. I mean, at this point, if it gets any worse, you might as well just put the quarterbacks in red jerseys and tell them, if you can touch the quarterback, it's a sack. What about boxing? They get knocked out literally almost every fight. You do have a point there. I mean, football is not boxing. You're not punching a guy in the face. So let's see if the Cowboys can answer the Eagles' touchdown drive. So the kick is away and it bounces for a touchback as the ball comes out to the 25-yard line for Cooper Rush and the Cowboys. Here is Rush to throw on first down, and he fires over the middle, tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with the pick. A new Eagle came over in a trade a few weeks before the season started, looking for CeeDee Lamb, and it just got picked off after it got tipped. I think it was CeeDee Lamb. Got the comments in a second. No, it was Michael Gallup, sorry. Tipped by 24, that is... that's James Bradbury. And intercepted by Gardner-Johnson. Moms don't want kids getting injured, and NFL doesn't want to get sued by players. Yes. So, now already in Cowboys territory is the Eagles. Here is the give to Miles Sanders. Sanders finds a hole on first down. And he is very close to another first down, but it seems like he's going to be just short. And it'll be 2nd and 1, or 2nd and 2. 2nd and 1 is what they're going to mark it as. $98 is down for the Cowboys. That is Quinnen Boana. I probably said his name wrong. So they go to commercial, or half commercial, as they keep showing the game on the left. Or the stadium, as they've switched the overhead view, as now they deal with the injured Cowboy. Obviously, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully all injured players are okay. You want the Eagles to lose? For me as a Giant fan, I don't really care who wins or who loses. I mean, obviously I'd prefer if neither team were to win or lose. But what's up? How are you? Welcome to our stream. 2nd and 1 here. Hurts hands off to Sanders. And Sanders fights through initial contact, breaking Micah Parsons' tackle. And he is able to get a first down on his second effort. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Cowboys 32. Here's another give to Sanders. And Sanders spins away from a tackle and gets a gain of 9. They should outlaw those tackles where you swing the quarterback's body to the ground, especially when the quarterback's arms are pinned. They could. Could I show the game? I cannot, for copyright reasons. Here is another run, this time with Boston Scott, and he's going to be very close to a first down. But I think he's going to be just short. Let's see where they spot this. They are going to give him a first down. Yeah, I can't show the game for copyright reasons. Here is Hurts. He gives to Scott running right. Scott gets the edge before being taken down after about a gain of 7. Uh, 800 subs on the way. Hopefully, that's next big one. Here is. I'll get to your question in 1 second. Here's the give to Sanders, and he's got nowhere to go. Micah Parsons and 28 on the Cowboys. That is Malik Hooker combined to make the stop. Did Barkley do okay today? Yeah, he was pretty good. Did not have over 100 rushing yards, but was overall pretty good. Had the game-winning rushing touchdown. Let me pull up his numbers real quick. 22 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown. Also had 3 catches for 12 yards. So, overall, pretty good game. Here is 3rd and 3. Hurts in the shotgun. He is going to keep it and find A.J. Brown on the outside. Brown cuts it inside, and A.J. Brown is in for the Eagles' touchdown. So the Eagles go touchdown, capitalize off the turnover, and score their 2nd touchdown of the game. That's the 2nd or 3rd time that they've ran that play. Who's better, Alabama or Georgia? That's a very good question. Overall, I feel Alabama's probably got the better team. And I definitely thought Alabama was better heading into the season. But coming off that loss to Tennessee yesterday, I don't know. I definitely think they're both very good teams. But, at this point, I would say, I don't know, I'd still think Alabama's probably the better team. But, I mean, you could debate that either way. Cowboys, come on, boys. Can't stand Nick Saban. I'm just tired of Alabama being good. I also forgot to change this to 14, sorry. As I'm definitely glad they took the loss yesterday, because it's just annoying. Every single year, they're always really good. But now, a team coming up on the rise, sort of out of nowhere, this season is Tennessee. I mean, after their win yesterday, I really feel they could beat anybody. Like, they just showed they could beat Alabama. I think they could beat Georgia. They could probably beat Ohio State. I think they could beat anybody. And it's because of how good their offense is. Their defense isn't amazing. I mean, they gave up 49 points yesterday. But, I mean, they were facing Alabama. and they do have a very good offense. But I think Tennessee could physically go score a ton of points on anybody, and they could really contend with anyone, and I think they could probably beat anyone. How are the Eagles 5-0? Well, they've won some pretty good. They've won pretty close games. They haven't really been dominant. I mean, they had a very good win where they dominated against the Commanders and also the Vikings, but it was Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football, which I mean is usually not a recipe for success if you're the Vikings. But I mean, otherwise they've had some close games because they barely beat the Lions. They allowed the Lions come back, but they ended up holding on for the win 38-35. Then a close win over the Commanders, the Jaguars, where Trevor Lawrence turned the ball over 5 times. And then last week, where they won on a missed field goal against the Cardinals. So the Cowboys, get the ball back after their interception. What about Atlanta, like the Falcons, you mean? I didn't really see a ton of their game this week against the 49ers. Here is the gift to Zeke, and he's hit in the backfield and taken down after only being able to get a gain of 1. But yeah, I did see Marcus Mariota had a pretty good game. He only threw the ball 14 times, but I mean, when you complete 13 of them, you don't necessarily need to throw the ball as many times to do what you want to do. Mariota underrated. He had a very good game today. Also ran for a touchdown, as I believe they beat the 49ers. 2nd and 9, Cooper Rush looking to throw. He fires over the middle, but way too high. Intended for number 87. That is Jake Ferguson. He's a good scrambler too. Yeah, great rushing quarterback. Yes, he's a great scrambler, especially on 3rd down. Especially anytime. You can extend the play with his legs. You can even run a few designed runs with him, as he's a very, very good rushing quarterback. What was the best play? Like by Mariota or overall today? But here is CeeDee Lamb on the quick throw, and he is going to be very close to a 1st down, reaching the ball across. It's going to be interesting to see where they spot this, as it looks to be just short. Cowboys lining up to go for it on 4th down. They do snap the ball, play action, Rush on the run, throws, and incomplete. A huge gamble on 4th and inches does not pay off. As the Eagles will now get the ball in excellent starting field position. Stupid call too early? Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're only down by 14, and just play the field position game a little bit. You have to kick that ball. I like being aggressive, but I mean, at your own 35-yard line, that's just, you don't, I would not have gone for that. What was the best play of the the Falcons game? Because I did not see a ton of that game. I really only saw, I don't know, not much. I saw Mariota's rushing touchdown, but that's about it. So now, let me change this ball mark before I forget. I'm just happy Atlanta got a new quarterback because Matt was awful. Um, you may have said before, but are you a Falcons fan? But Matt Ryan is definitely slowing down as he gets older, not having a very good season with the Colts. I mean, Marcus Mariota isn't terrible, but I mean, he's not amazing. You're a Falcons fan, okay. I mean, I just feel Marcus Mariota offers the Falcons a little bit more to the offense because of his rushing ability. But you could do NBA too. Like, for streaming NBA stuff like that. I'm not really the biggest basketball fan. So, I mean, like, I'll check out the standings every once in a while. I'll get back to that after this play. Here's Hurts scrambling to his left, throws across his body, but ends up just throwing out of bounds. But, yeah, I'm not the biggest basketball fan. Like, I'll check some news and stuff like that. And, like, the standings, stuff like that, but I don't really have, like, a set team I root for or anything like that. As they're showing the replay on where CeeDee Lamb stretched the ball, where he was just short. It appears he was also short, but I'd like to see a better look. Here's Sanders trying to bounce it outside, is able to get the edge after using a nice stiff arm, and he's able to run for about 4 yards. That's pretty close. I mean, he might have gotten that. Here's 3rd and 6. I mean, the Cowboys always could have challenged that if they decided to. Instead, they decided to go fast and go for it, which I still don't think was a very good decision. Hurts scrambling, shovel passes it to 16. That's Quez Watkins. But that goes nowhere, and it brings up 4th down. Do you mean who's the best quarterback? Because I think you mean best, but it says bets. Here is a 51-yard attempt for the Eagles to make this a 17-0 lead. And the kick splits the uprights and is good to make it 17-0. According to SNF Kicks, it is good from 58 yards. So the Eagles extend their lead. But if you do mean the best cornerback, that's pretty tough. I mean, Jalen Ramsey had been the best corner. But I mean, he's sort of slowed down. Hasn't necessarily been great. It hasn't been terrible. I should play football. What do you mean? Like, physically play football? The only time I played football was in kindergarten when I played flag football. Alright, so 17-0 Eagles as they get to kick it off to the Cowboys, so I'll move this ball marker back over here. So here is the kickoff, and it is going to be returned by Turpin. And he runs into a sea of Eagle defenders at about the 17-yard line. A flag does come in, so let's see what that call is. But if it stands, it's not very good starting field position for the Cowboys. The first time, Turpin just slipped. This time, he just ran into a whole bunch of Eagle defenders there. But let's see what the call is here. So it is going to give the Cowboys even worse field position as they have a personal foul penalty, which backs them up half the distance to the goal. As that now puts them at let's see, where are they? At their own 9-yard line. So not ideal starting field position. They're going to start off with a run by Tony Pollard, and he's maybe able to get to the 10-yard line. No space there. As they haven't been able to run the ball that effectively. 2.9 yards a carry as a team. Their leading rusher is C.D. Lamb, who had an 8-yard carry on like a jet sweep. Noah Brown in motion. Here is another give to Pollard. This time he's got some space. Tony Pollard breaks into the secondary and picks up a Cowboys first down as he gets the ball across the 20-yard line. And that is the Cowboys' longest play of the day, a 15-yard run. Here is another quick throw to Tony Pollard, but this time he's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Darius Slay able to bring him down there. So here's 2nd and 10. Here is the give to Pollard once again. But once again, no space to run as he's taken down right there at the line of scrimmage. As he only had that one 15-yard run, but otherwise nowhere to go for Tony Pollard. You take that out, he's at 4 carries for 7 yards. 3rd and 9 for the Cowboys. Rush in the shotgun. Pollard wind up to his right. Rush to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Fires on the move. Intercepted. Darius Slay with the pick. CeeDee Lamb brings him down. But Darius Slay intercepts Cooper Rush. Rush's second pick of the game. The first one was tipped. This one, just not a very good throw. Looking for Michael Gallup. Both times he's been picked off, he was looking for Michael Gallup. So it seems, as of now, Cooper Rush's undefeated streak will come to a close. I mean, we're still in the second quarter, but I mean, he just tossed a second interception. Cowboys have not been good so far. I mean, it's not over. It's still only the second quarter, but with the way these Cowboys are playing right now, I mean, it's really not looking good for them and their chances. So let's see how the Eagles offense looks after they get the ball back on the short field once again. As they've had great starting field position. So they first started at their own 29, then they started at their own 20. But then they started at the Cowboys 44. They started at the Cowboys 34, where they had a 4-point drive which ended in a field goal. And then, right now, they're going to start at the Cowboys 44 once again. No, sorry, Cowboys 46. Here's Hurts. He throws quickly over the middle. There's Devontae Smith for a first down. Sorry, I forgot to move the ball marker. If ever I do that, just let me know in the comments. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts throws quickly to, that is Devontae Smith again, for a gain of 8. So here's 2nd and 2 for Hurts. He hands off to Miles Sanders, and Sanders now runs into a wall with nowhere to go. As that brings up a 3rd down. Golston in on the stop there for the Cowboys, filling that gap quickly, causing Miles Sanders to have nowhere to run. Third and 2 here for the Eagles. have to get to the Cowboys' 25-yard line for a first down. Hurts hands off to Sanders. Sanders breaks through initial contact and is able to get the first down and gets an extra 5 yards as well. Gets to the 20-yard line as Micah Parsons was there on the stop. Here is 1st and 10. Hurts under pressure. Throws quickly intended for Dallas Goedert, but that pass falls incomplete. Goddard looking for a flag as Leighton Vander Esch jumped on his back. But I mean, if I'm the Eagles, I'm still fine with a incompletion here. It avoids a sack. Second and 10 here for the Eagles. Here is the give to Boston Scott. Scott using a stiff arm, but still going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Stiff arming Leighton Vander Esch, but still able to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 4. So we're going to have 3rd and very long for the Eagles. He tried to bounce it outside, but there was space, just closed very quickly on the perimeter for Scott, causing him to lose 3 yards there. And now 3rd and 13 for the Eagles. They have to get inside the 10-yard line for a first down. A pre-snap penalty looks like a false start in the Eagles, and they're going to back themselves up even further, as it is a false start in the Eagles. So 3rd and 18 for the Eagles. Hurts empty backfield. What you don't want to do here if you're the Eagles is take a sack. That puts you out of field goal range. But the Eagles won this one down to the 2-minute warning. So they have some extra time to talk about it before this 3rd and 18 play. But they don't want to take a sack, as that will make their field goal attempt probably even more difficult, as right now they're at the Cowboys, 28-yard line? The Cowboys 28. So if you take a sack, I mean, even if it's a small sack and it's, I don't know, say you only lose 5, that puts you back to 33, and it makes it a 50-yard field goal attempt, which, I mean, they made a 50-yarder before. They made a 51-yarder before, sorry. But, I mean, you obviously don't want to make a kicker be kicking from 50 yards every time you're attempting a field goal. But so at the 2-minute warning, Eagles looking to extend their lead even more before halftime, as they're already up 17. 17-0. They do have a 3rd down and very long here, 3rd and 18 to be exact. Alright, here we go. Eagles, 3rd and 18. Hurts, empty backfield. As I was saying before, you don't want to take a sack here, because that pushes you back. You're still in field goal range, but it makes it a lot more difficult. They're just going to go quarterback draw. Hurts still on his feet. Gets it to a 4th and 6 situation, but the Eagles are still probably going to settle for a field goal attempt, as that was a very good play call there on 3rd and long. Cowboys spend their first timeout with a minute 51 left, so they can potentially try to get some points on the board. But, as I was saying, I like that play call there by the Eagles. Because it's a safe play call, you don't risk taking a sack. And your quarterback's a good runner. And he gets a good chunk of yards there. Just not able to get all 18. You're still going to have to settle for a field goal. But good job to make it an easier field goal for your kicker. And not back him up even further. As they're actually not going to kick this. They're going to want him to go for it on 4th and 6. They have to get to the 10-yard line. Hurts in the shotgun. And play clock winding down. And the Eagles will spend their first time out of the half. As now let's see what they opt to do. Are they going to go kick a field goal? As, yeah, it seems like they're going to kick a field goal. Jalen Hurts comes off the field. And on goes the field goal unit. So Jake Elliott onto the field for a 34-yard field goal attempt. Made his first one from 51. So a 34-yard field goal attempt for Elliott and the Eagles from the right hash. 1:51 left. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. As the Eagles extend their lead to 20-0. And we're not even at halftime yet. There's still a minute 47 to go. I mean, if you're the Cowboys, you don't want to try to force something, but you definitely want to try to get some points back on this drive. But as I was saying, you don't want to go force something into coverage and have it get picked off and have the Eagles extend their lead to 23 or even 27-0 before the half. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Cowboys approach this one. I do think they will go try to put a drive together, especially after calling that timeout. If they weren't going to try to put a drive together, there's no sense in calling the timeout. Alright, so they're still at a commercial break. This is a very, very long commercial. Alright, finally back. 1:47 left in the half. Mike Trout in the building for this game. And speaking of baseball, somebody asked about the Yankees and Guardians before. Yankees currently on top 4-2 in the top of the 8th. As keeping a close eye on that, as obviously, if you guys don't know, I am a Yankee fan. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the kick return. Turpin, dangerous in space. Kevontae Turpin, still on his feet, and Kevontae Turpin gives the Cowboys amazing starting field position as he gets it all the way across midfield, down to about the Eagles' 40-yard line. So now the Cowboys are set up in excellent field position, and he caught that one a few yards into the end zone as well. So here's 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 41. Cowboys start excellent starting field position. Rush throws quickly and off the hand of CeeDee Lamb. About time Dallas did something. Yeah, they can't stop the Eagles. They just keep turning the ball over on offense. So, I mean, maybe Kevontae Turpin's just going to have a trillion kick return touchdowns in this game to get the Cowboys back in it. So here is 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. Second and 10, Rush looking to throw. And he fires over the middle, complete to 89. That is Peyton Hendershot, the other rookie tight end, as I can't keep them straight. So the clock is still rolling. A minute now remains. As I may have just missed a play, I'm not sure. But here is 2nd and 1, Rush to throw. And he's going to take a shot to the end zone. Sorry, I didn't know what I was saying there. Looking for Michael Gallup. That one falls incomplete. Now the clock stops with 49 seconds to go in the half. Alright, here we go. 3rd and 1 for the Cowboys. And they're going to hand this one off to Zeke, who is still on his feet. And he's going to get it down to the 12-yard line, as the Cowboys will spend their 2nd timeout, stopping the clock with 43 seconds to go. As they're showing Dak Prescott's thumb, still in, like, I don't know what you call that, a cast on a thumb, I guess it's the closest thing I could call it. But, he should be returning somewhat soon, as he was listed as questionable for today, so not completely out, but ended up being out after. So here is 1st and 10. Rush looks to throw, and he's going to take a shot to the end zone, looking for no. Holy cow, did he just catch that? Wow, Noah Brown, what a catch. I don't know if he got the feed in, but what a catch by Noah Brown if he did. One-on-one with James Bradbury, tipped it. That's going to be close. He's got. I don't know if the foot's down there. No, I think he's going to be out of bounds. Needs 6. Can't settle for a field goal, definitely. I think he's going to be out of bounds. Well, wait, is the pylon in bounds? Because he knocked over the pylon. This is going to be an interesting one. And of course they're going to go to a commercial break. That's something that is so annoying. Whenever they're they're showing some kind of key replay. They always have to go to a commercial break. But yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying about need 6 points. So, let's see what they end up ruling this. I think it should probably be incomplete, but I mean, he did hit the pylon, which I believe the pylon is in bounds. Let me check. The pylon... I'm not sure, but it was the back pylon. So, that shouldn't be different than the first, like the front pylon. But it might be, I don't know. So let's see, they ruled this incomplete, which I think was the right ruling. But I mean, great effort by Noah Brown. And it would have been maybe catch of the year. Here's Rush, batted at the line of scrimmage, looking for C.D. Lamb on the slant. Jonathan Hargrave bats it down at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 3rd and 10 for the Cowboys. So, 3rd and 10. As the Cowboys 1 for 5 on 3rd down, averaging 5 yards to go. This time they have double that, with 10 yards to go. Third and 10 from the 12. Rush looks to throw. And he's going to take a shot to the end zone. Tipped and incomplete. Tipped by James Bradbury, looking for Michael Gallup, running like a corner route on the back of the end zone. Definitely made the right decision there. Just had to put a little bit more air under that one to get it over the head of James Bradbury. But that looked like it was going to be a very good decision, and I still think it was the right decision, just got to make a little bit of a better throw. And now Maron for the extra point. The field goal, as they will end up settling for 3. And the 30-yard field goal attempt is good. And the Cowboys get on the board, but are still down by 17 points. Eagles secondary has been really good. 2 interceptions, several pass deflections. The Eagles have the 5th best pass defense in the NFL, allowing only 189.4 yards per game, and that is heading into this week. This week they've only allowed 36 passing yards. So here is the kickoff, and it bounces in the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys actually have more kick return yardage than they have more rushing yards or passing yards. Not combined, just like individually. Which, I mean, it's definitely something. Here is the gift to Kenneth Gainwell, and he's able to get about 3 or 4 there on first down. The Eagles looks like are... Yeah, they're just going to let this one wind down to the half. Alright, so I'm going to put out a poll. Eagles are set to receive the second half kickoff. But, so... Eagles up. Eagles up 20-3 at the half. Who will win? So you guys vote on that. I'm going to take a very short break. Just give me 1 second. Give me a second. Let me find something real quick. Alright, so I will be right back. You guys let me know your updated score prediction in the comments. Vote on the poll. And I will be right back after I take a break. Whoops. Alright, we are back. Thank you for staying with me. So far everyone in the poll said the Eagles have got a score prediction. Eagles 34-16. I could definitely see that. I'm definitely going to go with the Eagles. But, I'm going to go with the Eagles winning this one, as I think they're definitely the better team. They've gotten off to a great start in the first half, as they're up by... they were up by 20, now up by 17 at the half. But, let's see. Let me think about my score prediction. Give me 1 second. I will go... I'm obviously going to go with the Eagles, so my vote is also for the Eagles. So I'm going to go with the Eagles by a score of... I think 34, like you said, could definitely be... a possibility. Yeah, I'm going to go 34 to... 34 to... Hold on, let me think. $34-17. That's what I'm gonna go. That is my score prediction. 34-16. No, 34. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with your score prediction. Go 34-16. But if I can't agree with your score prediction and say the same score, I will go 37 to... And if I can't go 34-16, I would go either 37-10, or I'd go 30 or I would go 33 to, let's see. I would go 33. I'd go 33-16. So let's compare some team stats real quick before the second half begins. Make sure to vote on that poll. How many Rip did score predictions, all that fun stuff. So far, the Eagles have dominated, as they lead the first downs category 12-4. They lead the total plays 38-26. Also more total yards, 173-81. Each team with 6 drives. Eagles more efficient, averaging 4.6 yards per play. Cowboys only at 3.1. Passing yards, Eagles at 100, and Cowboys only at 36. Cowboys also thrown 2 interceptions, and the Eagles have been sacked. Jalen Hurts been sacked twice. Rushing yards, Eagles 73, and 45 for the Cowboys. Only 3 penalties so far. 1 penalty for 5 yards for the Eagles, and 2 penalties for 15 yards for the Cowboys. 2 turnovers by the Cowboys, and both were interceptions. 1 was tipped, though. And time of possession, 19-35 for the Eagles, 10-25 for the Cowboys. So I'm going to... excuse me. I forgot what I was saying now. Sorry. But the Eagles have been dominant so far. I did not expect this. I expected it to be at least somewhat close. But that is not necessarily the way I would describe the first half. I would not describe it close. As, 20-3 is not necessarily a very competitive or close first half. Especially when the 3 points came at the very, very end. So, start of the third quarter. Make sure to vote on that poll. Cowboys' largest deficit of the season. First time trailing by 8+ points since week 1. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. If you guys did not get a chance to vote, just let me know in the comments. So the Eagles will receive the kick as it goes for a touchback. Also, let me put this to quarter number 3. There we go. So 15 minutes in the third, 15 minutes in the fourth for the Eagles to close it out, or for the Cowboys to come back, whichever way you want to look at it. Hurts rolls out, and he hits Dallas Goedert in stride for about a gain of 14 there on first down. Alright, so 1st and 10 for the Eagles. As here is the give to Miles Sanders, and he's able to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a yard, I should say. As an Eagle offensive lineman, number 65, I believe is his number. Yes, 65, that is tackle Wayne Johnson, is headed to the locker room. So 2nd and 9. For the Eagles, here is Hurts looking to throw. He's going to roll out right. And Hurts on the move is just going to fire this one. Looking for Dallas Goedert, but that one falls incomplete. So Wayne Johnson was the guy headed back to the locker room. He has been ruled out for the rest of the game with a concussion. So 3rd and 9 for the Eagles after the incompletion on 2nd down. Hurts protected well. Now he's going to run, and he is taken down by number 6. Looks like he may have had a quarterback spy on him. That is Donovan Wilson taking down Hurts. No, maybe not. He was a safety. Yeah, maybe he did. I'm not sure. He came down from a safety spot. It was sort of just like there. But the Eagles punt this one away. Turpin receives it at his own 5, and now tries to get to the edge. Kevontae Turpin is able to get to the edge before getting out of bounds, as he is such a good returner, always dangerous with the ball in his hands. In fact, I mean, I know the Cowboys do have some pretty good running backs and receivers and stuff like that, but I feel like he's so good, he should see the field on offense a little bit. Like, maybe line him up in the backfield, or go line him up in the slot, something like that. That's what I would do, because of how good he is. I think he's a really good player. Very dynamic with the ball in his hands, as we've seen on returns several times this season. And in the preseason, he actually returned two kicks in one half, both for touchdowns. One was a field goal, not a field goal, a kickoff. One was a punt. So, Cowboys will get their first possession of the second half. Let's see if their second half is better than their first half, because, I mean, it's hard to get any worse than their first half. So, there's still a commercial break. Sorry, a very long commercial break. Alright, so sorry. Still waiting for them to come back from a commercial. Alright, so they're finally back. At least with the overhead view of Philadelphia. Do I follow hockey at all? Yes, I do. How about you? Well, I mean, I would assume you follow hockey if you ask the question. I am a Ranger fan. So yes, I do follow hockey. Here is Rush. He hands off to Pollard. Pollard just fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. And maybe push forward for about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. But really nowhere to go there for Tony Pollard. So here is 2nd and 8 for the Cowboys. Rush, play action, rolls out, and he finds one of the two tight ends. I believe that's Ferguson for the catch. And a first down. You're a Maple Leafs fan, okay? I'm a Ranger fan. I think I just said that. Yeah, that was Terrence Ferguson for the catch. I get the two rookie Cowboy tight ends confused. Pollard through the line of scrimmage for about a gain of 7. I'll get back to the hockey in 1 second. Here is 2nd and 2. Pollard gets the carry, and he is fighting for the first down. And he's going to get the first down. But going back to hockey real quick. Maple Leafs off to a pretty good start at 2-1. My Rangers also 2-1, so pretty good for both. Rangers have a nice jersey. In your opinion? Agree. I definitely like I like their colors. and how they put the the colors on the jersey together. The Eagles outscored the Cowboys 20-3 in the second half. The second quarter. Cooper Rush 2 interceptions on his first 9 passes. Eagles only allowed 81 total yards in the first half. And the Cowboys would have had a touchdown, but a Noah Brown 12-yard touchdown catch was overturned and ruled incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is the injured player. Looks like some kind of arm or wrist injury. Looks like a wrist injury. Can't tell where he is on this play. Oh, there he is. Alright. I don't know. I didn't see it because I couldn't really tell where he was. Rush on the bootleg finds now 84. Who is 84? The Cowboys have way too many tight ends they use. 84 is Sean McKean. McKean? No idea how to say his name. But here is 1st and 10 for Rush and the Cowboys on the opposite side of midfield. Rush looks to throw, and he's going to take a shot down the field, looking for Ferguson. And Ferguson goes up the ladder and makes a nice jumping catch. And going back to the Yankees, which I've periodically talked about today, they defeated the Guardians today, so that they will now have a Game 5 tomorrow, where it will be winner take all. Winner will advance to play the Astros in the ALCS. Alright, now back to football. Gain of 22 for the Cowboys, now at the Eagles 25, moving the ball pretty well here. Rush hands off to Pollard, who breaks it outside, now cuts back inside. Pollard now tackled after a gain of 6. Tony Pollard has outtouched Zeke somewhat by a lot so far. He's got 2 catches and 9 carries. That's 11 total touches to Zeke's 5. Now Zeke enters the game as running back. But here's 2nd and 5. Here's the give to Zeke, and he lowers his shoulder to get the first down after about a gain of 7. My favorite college football team, that would be Notre Dame. How about you? CeeDee Lamb in motion. Here is the give to Zeke. Zeke with a nice hole provided by the offensive line. And Elliott in for the touchdown. Cowboys cut the lead to 20-9 with a big possession there. 9 plays, 79 yards. But Cowboys snap counts. Comparing the running backs real quick, because I was pointing out how it seemed like Zeke and Pollard were not really evenly splitting, as the extra point is good, by the way. But heading into this week, both have played 5 games. Pollard was averaging 27 snaps a game. Zeke averaging 39 snaps a game, or 64% of the Cowboys' offensive snaps. Pollard with 44% of the snaps. And touch percentage, Zeke with 44% of snaps, and Pollard on 37%. You're a Miami fan, okay. Guys got a pretty good quarterback right there in Tyler Van Dyke. As Miami, they've been not necessarily amazing so far this year. I mean, they had a good start, then they lost to Texas A&M and Middle Tennessee, which, I mean, I don't really think anyone expected them to lose to Middle Tennessee. And then the North Carolina game and a narrow win over Virginia Tech yesterday. Haven't seen a ton of their games. I mean, I saw some of the Texas A&M game. Oh, Miami always lets you down, usually. Well, Notre Dame did not have a very good showing yesterday either, as they lost to a Stanford team that had not beaten an FBS opponent in over a year. They were good back in the day, yeah. I do remember that. Miami, Notre Dame, both good back in the day, like way back in the 90s. Not like way back, but like back in the 90s, I meant. So let's see what the flag is on the kickoff. It is offsides. I mean, I still don't really understand how you can call offsides on a kickoff. What are they, too far ahead of the ball? So let me move the ball. So now the Eagles now only with a 10-point lead, so it is a much closer game than it was before. At their own 30-yard line, Hurts in the shotgun formation. Hurts fires quickly off the hands of A.J. Brown. Now, something to watch now is the Eagles are without right tackle Wayne Johnson, who is out for the remainder of this game with a concussion. And Micah Parsons was just working on that right side against the second string right tackle, number 63, Jack Driscoll. And he was able to get to Jalen Hurts. It looks like Hurts was a little shaken up on that play. So that's definitely something to watch. Hurts looks to throw, and he fires an almost intercepted Micah Parsons in on that play, knocking it away, intended for Dallas Goedert. Parsons this time drops back into coverage on Dallas Goedert. Did a very nice job in coverage there on a good tight end. And they do call Micah Parsons for unsportsmanlike conduct for getting in the face of Dallas Goedert after he broke up that pass. Micah Parsons is going to be a star, already is. Yeah, he's going to be a really, really, really good player. and he already is a star, but he's going to eventually develop into one of the top defensive players in the league. Here's the give to Miles Sanders. He gets 3, but Michael Parsons was just flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct there, giving the Eagles an automatic first down. So here's 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Hurts looks to throw and tries to set up a screen for Boston Scott, but Scott fell down and that one falls incomplete to bring with 3rd and 7. So now another thing working as a dominant pass rusher like Michael Parsons is, well, he's a really all-around player, but they may want to chip him if, like in that case, they had Dallas Goedert lined up over there on the right side where Parsons was lined up. Hurts just gets to snap off under pressure and just goes down before he gets swarmed by the Cowboys. 56, Dante Fowler Jr. in on the sack there. Costly penalty, yes, but Cowboys defense comes up big and does not allow the Eagles to do anything except be forced to punt the ball away. Turpin fields it at his own 5-yard line. Kevontae Turpin now in space. Turpin was still on his feet, but with another good return, flag is down, so let's see what this one is. They're probably going to call holding, but yes, they did force a punt. And Kelvin Joseph was flagged for his 2nd special teams penalty of the day, as there was a hold there, and that's going to back the Cowboys up to the Cowboys' 14-yard line, I believe. So, excuse me. Sorry. So, let's see what the Cowboys can do here after they made good use of their first drive. Let's see if they can get back to it. Alright, so back in Philly after the commercial break. Alright, so the first down play is incomplete. Getting a report on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But I don't have my volume on just for copyright reasons, just in case my microphone picks anything up. Here is Zeke on second down, getting a good push from his offensive line. Able to get about 8. Here is another give to Zeke, and he's going to lower the shoulder and get the first down. And a few extra yards as well to the 21-yard line. So I'm trying to find the injury update on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I've not found it yet, but I'll look after this play. Rush wind up under center, and he looks to throw, and he fires to Michael Gallup, puts that ball in a excellent position, where only Michael Gallup can make that play away from the defender in James Bradbury. So, 2nd and 1, Rush rolls out and doesn't find Ferguson. Looking for Ferguson, just let him way too far out in front. And that one falls incomplete to bring up 3rd and 1 with 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Michael Gallup was open over the middle, it appears. But here is 3rd and 1 for the Cowboys. Big play here for them, as they're still down by 10, but did come back from down 20 and cut the lead in half. Here is the give to Zeke, who breaks it outside and goes out of bounds. Alright, so I still can't find anything on Gardner-Johnson. I'll look again in a bit. Here's the gift to Pollard, but he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage for maybe able to get a yard, but not much else than that. He's now over on the sideline. Still looks to be in some sort of pain. I'm not sure. Cowboys 2nd and 9 of 109 yards this quarter. Eagles only with 6. Rush taking a shot. Not really, but I thought he was going to wind up and take a deep shot, but really only threw 13 yards to CeeDee Lamb. I thought he winded up to throw that one a lot further, so sorry if I confused you there. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, questionable to return with a hand injury. First and 10 from midfield for the Cowboys. Lamb in motion. And they're going to give this one to Pollard, who tries to bounce it outside. Fights through initial contact, but is still only able to get about 4 yards. Here's Rush, pump fakes once, then finds an open receiver that is Noah Brown, who breaks the tackle and gets the first down, and about a few extra yards as well. CeeDee Lamb goes nowhere there on first down to bring up second down. Alright, so second and 10 after no gain on first down. Here is Cooper Rush. He looks to throw. And he finds CeeDee Lamb, who gets a nice block from Tony Pollard. And Lamb, tight-roping his sideline, able to stay in. A flag does fly, so let's see what this one is. Might be illegal block in the back on Tony Pollard. There is no foul on the play, so that is definitely a good thing for the Cowboys. I mean, he definitely hit him in the back. That is the one time illegal block in the back or illegal blindside block could be called. But they have to pick that one up, which, I mean, I still don't hit that call. First and 10 here for the Cowboys. Inside Eagles territory at the other red zone at the 20. Here they're going to give to Zeke, who makes one guy miss in the backfield and is only able to lower the shoulder and get about a yard. So here's second and 9 from the 19. Rush looks to throw. Flag comes in, looking for the tight end that is Hendershot, but just overthrew him a little bit, and that one falls incomplete. Let's see what the flag is. Could be something like offsides, illegal formation, illegal shift, something like that. It is illegal motion on the Cowboys. Peyton Hendershot, the rookie tight end. I have no idea what the penalty is there. I don't really know those illegal motion, like what you can and can't do, where you can line up. Second and 14 here for the Cowboys, this time backed up from about the 23.5 yard line, maybe 24. Rush, low snap. Here is the give to Zeke, who fights through initial contact and then ends up backpedaling his way close to the first down marker to make this third and short. But that is the end of the third quarter, as the Eagles have been held scoreless in the second half. So far, or at least in the third quarter. And now the Cowboys in scoring position with the third and short. So it's still doable for the Cowboys. I mean, they're only down by 10 with a quarter to go. So, let's see how the Cowboys respond here, as they have a third and 2, so definitely makeable. Cowboys 1 for 3 yards. They're 3 of 4 on third downs, 0 for 1 from the 46-yard range, and 7 plus. They're 0 for 3. So they've converted 3 out of 4 times from this short yardage range. Here's Rush. He escapes the pressure and fires on the run to a tight end, Ferguson, who is shoved out of bounds after a gain of 4. A flag does come in, so let's see what this is. It is illegal use of hands on the Eagles, on Darius Slay. Working on CD Lamb, so let's see this. Or illegal contact, whatever they call that. But that gives the Cowboys the ball inside the 10-yard line now. At the 7, maybe 6, sorry. No, 7. I was right the first time. Rush on the run, finds Ferguson. Ferguson in for the touchdown. Cowboys coming back. Looking to make this a 3-point game with a successful extra point. Great job by Ferguson to cut back there, and now the extra point is good, and the Cowboys have come almost all the way back. I can't say all the way back yet, because they were down 20-0. Alright. Yeah, they were down 20-0. Yeah, 20-0. And they've come back from 20-0. And now Uh, they're only down 20-17. So let's see how the Eagles respond. They have not had a very good second half. As in the second half, they have gone punt and punt, running 4 plays and 5 plays. QB controversy in Dallas if Cooper Rush wins. I still don't think so. He's undefeated, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm still not convinced Cooper Rush is that good. He's going to get the job done, but I just don't think he's like an amazing quarterback. Will some fans be calling for Cooper Rush to start just like they want Tony Pollard to play more than Zeke? Yes. But I still think Dak Prescott should be the unquestioned starter in Dallas. Alright, so Eagles set to receive the kick, so let me change this ball marker real quick. Alright, there we go. And the kick is away, and it will be a touchback, as the Eagles will get set to take over at the 25-yard line. And now they're showing the Micah Parsons, Lane Johnson. And now it has been much different ever since Lane Johnson exited the game with a concussion, as the backup has allowed pressure and Hurts to get hit a few times. Devontae Smith in motion. Hurts takes a snap and hands off to Miles Sanders. Sanders, with a full head of steam, gets 13 there on first down to bring up another Eagles first down. They pulled the second-year guard Landon Dickerson. He did a really nice job there on Micah Parsons. Sanders, 12 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown here. Sanders gets the call again here. This time, only able to get 4, but still a good run, as I think teams will take averaging 4 yards a carry anytime. As that's in the NFL, that's sort of like your bar. That's average. 4 yards to carry, about average. Anything below that, not very good. Anything above 4 to 5 is like your average. Anything above 5, I would say, is really good. Right now, the Eagles averaging exactly... Nope, that's the Cowboys. Sorry, Eagles averaging 4.1 yards a carry. Cowboys averaging 5 yards a carry. Hurts, once again, hands off to Miles Sanders. But this time, only able to get a yard, as that now brings up about 3rd and 4, maybe 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. And I would not expect them to run the ball again here. 3rd and 4 is the call. So 3rd and 4 from their own 44. Hurts in the shotgun. Kenneth Gainwell, their pass catching back to his right. Hurts drops back. Now he's going to step up and run. And Jalen Hurts does a nice job of making Wilson miss before getting the first down and scrambling. Big play there by Jalen Hurts to extend that play. Nothing was open, just take what the defense gave him and got the first down. Micah Parsons also did a nice... Kenneth Gainwell also did a nice job of helping out the right tackle on Micah Parsons. Goddard in motion. Here's toss to Boston Scott running left. Scott cuts inside, and he's able to get about a gain of 6, maybe 5 there on first down. Cooper win-loss record 10-2. Wait, what do you mean? Cooper Rush would be a 6-0 in his career as a starter. You mean in all-time games? Like in every game he's appeared in? Like as a backup too? Like including like the opener against the Bucks? Or I'm confused with what you're talking about. Miles Sanders shifts to Hurts right from behind him. Just able to get the snap off. Here's a little shovel pass to Sanders. And he is able to scamper out of bounds after about a gain of maybe half a yard. Not much there. So another 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. Last time Hurts scrambled for a first down. They have to get to the Cowboys 41-yard line. Hurts hands off to Gainwell, and Gainwell's got the first down. Eagles moving the ball at will here, running the ball very effectively, as they're up to 117 team rushing yards, and I'm not sure if that's updated yet. I think it has. So here is a 1st and 10 for the for the Eagles. Here's another give to Gainwell. Gainwell up the middle, and Gainwell runs for a gain of 6 there on first down. The Eagles having a very effective drive. They've run the ball at will here. Started off run for 13, run for 13, run for 5, run for 1. Hurts scrambles for 5. Boston Scott run for 5. Then a little shovel pass to Sanders for 1. Gainwell for 5. Gainwell for 6. And Jalen Hurts. Second and 4. Here is Hurts. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get very close to that first down marker. But he's probably going to be just short. As he is marked down just short at 3rd and 1. And it is now quarterback sneak time. Did he get it? I think he got it on the second effort. Looks like they're going to give him the first down. Yes, they are. Cowboys were ready for the quarterback sneak. Just Hurts got a good push from Miles Sanders and A.J. Brown. They kind of lined up and like they were going to take a knee where they have the quarterback and two players, typically running backs, like standing on top of the quarterback in case of a bad snap, plus the guy all the way at the back. That's what they lined up there for the sneak, and it ended up working. Here is the give to Sanders, and he's only able to get a yard there as he's tripped up by DeMarcus Lawrence. So 2nd and 9 from the 29. Here is Hurts. Throws quickly to A.J. Brown, who makes Anthony Brown miss. Now A.J. Brown, inside the 10-yard line, down to the 6 before Micah Parsons brings him down. Big throw and catch there for the Eagles, even though it's just a short throw. Great job by A.J. Brown to do some stuff after the catch. Working on another Brown, Anthony Brown, sorry. A.J. Brown, Anthony Brown. Gain of 22 there. And that gives the Eagles 1st and goal from the 7. Hurts looks to throw, and he's got a wide open receiver, Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. It's actually 13-2 in all games he's played in the NFL. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you meant by that. But, that definitely is a good record. Because, I mean, he may not be the best quarterback, but look at, like, Jimmy Garoppolo. He's got a great record, but he's not necessarily an amazing quarterback. Like, nobody says... Hold on 1 second. So, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Trayvon Diggs for slamming his helmet on the ground after the play. But going back to what I was saying about Cooper Rush and Jimmy Garoppolo, is they're both winners. Like, if you're starting a franchise tomorrow, nobody's going to go say, if I could pick any quarterback in the NFL to start my franchise with, I would choose Jimmy Garoppolo. No one's going to say that. Just like no one's going to choose Cooper Rush. But they're both good quarterbacks, and they're both winners. So now, 2-point attempt for the Eagles, looking to make this an 11-point game. .702 left, so it would already be It already is a 2-score game at a 9-point game. But Eagles 71% since 2021 in 2-point conversions, which is 5 of 7. So 2-point conversion this time from the 1 due to the penalty on Trayvon Diggs. They chose to enforce it here, giving him a yard closer, and it is going to be Miles Sanders, but he's going to get stuffed right there. Nowhere to go for Miles Sanders. As the 2-point try is no good. But the Eagles do get some more breathing room and make this a 2-score game, as it is now 26-17 Eagles. So I'm also going to shift this back from the Eagles to the Cowboys, as Cowboys will be getting the ball after they come back from commercial break. What quarter? It is the fourth quarter. Gonna be hard from here. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a 2-score game with 7:02 left, so there's still time, plus the Cowboys have about 3 timeouts. So, there's still time, but I mean, it's definitely going to be hard, as you said. Cavante Turpin lets this one bounce over his head for a touchback, and the Cowboys will start at their own 25-yard line. Shouldn't have bet on the Cowboys, looks like. Oh, yeah, looks like that right now, but I mean, you never know. So here is 1st and 10. Looks like there's some confusion getting lined up correctly, and the play clock winds down, and just able to get the snap off. Rush, quick throw to Ferguson, who's really only able to get a few yards after the catch, or not really much after the catch, maybe 2 yards in total. Alright, so 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard pickup on 1st down. Noah Brown in motion. Here is the give to Zeke, and he's still on his feet. And Zeke runs for about 11, maybe 12 yards, and picks up a Cowboy 1st down. Ezekiel Elliott today, 12 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Doesn't really feel like he's had that much touches or yards today, but apparently this time nowhere to go as he shoves out of bounds after a gain of 1. Cowboys right tackle Terrence Steele ran over a defensive back, but there were still several other unblocked players causing Zeke to go to bounds after a gain of 2. Tony Pollard enters as the running back here for 2nd and 8. Rush under center. Play action. Rush takes a deep shot down the field looking for Lamb. Intercepted! Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back on the field with a diving interception. And that might seal it for the Eagles. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson returns from his hand injury. And that is a catch. Great catch by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, intercepting Cooper Rush. And it looks like it will essentially seal this game. I know there's still time, but even if the Eagles go score some points here, there's still... I still don't think there's just enough time for the Cowboys. So that might be the dagger for the Cowboys. It definitely seems that way. But that pass was underthrown by Cooper Rush. Gardner Johnson able to pick it off, as Rush was also hit as he threw it. Here is Sanders with the carry, and he is able to get 9 yards there on first down, as the Eagles will probably just try to pound this and get as much take off as much time as possible. So, 4:25 left in the game, as it is again quarterback sneak time for the Eagles, and Miles Sanders gives Jalen Hurts a good push forward. Let's see what this flag is, as flag is down. So let's see what this flag is. It is going to be an offsides penalty on the Cowboys, but I mean that really wouldn't matter because they picked it up anyway. Do you hate the Jets because you're a Giants fan? Like, does New York belong to Giants, not Jets? I don't really hate the Jets. No, not really. I mean, obviously, if the Giants are playing the Jets, I'm not gonna go root for the Jets. I mean, obviously. I'll go back to that in 1 second. DeMarcus Lawrence, big stop on Miles Sanders, dropping him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. But no, like if the Jets are on, I'll watch them. Or it's not. I don't really hate the Jets. No, not really. So here is 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Big play here, looking to keep the ball and continue to work on this clock. Oh, Hurts was not ready for the snap. Was he able to dive on it? Let's see. And the Eagles will be able to retain possession. Very lucky. Hurts was not ready for the snap. Center Jason Kelsey snapped it anyway. He was going up to change the play. I guess Kelsey thought he was going to snap the ball. And he snapped it. So... sorry. Just missed the play here, but the punt goes out of bounds. And the Cowboys take over with 2:39 remaining. Eagles just very lucky they did not give the Cowboys much better field position. And that Jalen Hurts was able to go dive on that ball. Because otherwise the Cowboys would take over right there. And that would have been disastrous for the Eagles. So from their own 12, Cooper Rush and the Cowboys. Rush, empty backfield. Looks to throw. Now he's going to fire on the run. Looking for the rookie tight end. I forget his name. Number 89, Peyton Hendershot. I can't remember his name. I remember the other guy is Ferguson, but I can't remember Hendershot. 2nd and 10 after the first down incompletion for the Cowboys. Rush lined up in the shotgun. Zeke is the running back. Now he splits out as a wide receiver. So now empty backfield for Cooper Rush. Again from their own 12. Rush fires over the middle and caught by Hendershot for a first down. Cowboys are moving quickly with 2:20 remaining as they are down by 9 points or 2 scores. Here is Rush. Hit as he throws. Ball comes out. And it just skips out of bounds. Looking for Noah Brown, who was open on like a comeback route. So 2:05 remaining, so one more play before the 2-minute warning. Rush in the shotgun. Zeke moves from his left to his right. Play action, quick throw out to CeeDee Lamb. He's got a few blockers in front. Lamb shoved out of bounds after about a gain of 7. So bring up third and short after the 2-minute warning. Do you guys ever play the Jets? Can't remember actually seeing each teams play against each other. Preseason, but I don't remember the last time they've played in the regular season. But yeah, they do not like that often. I don't like, as I said, I don't really remember the last time they played the Jets. Like, they play them in the preseason. I think it's every year. I'm back to 2018. And they've played the Jets in the preseason every time. But none in the regular season. Alright, so the last time the Giants and Jets played... Wait, did I miss 2019? Oh yeah, 2019, sorry. 2019 was the last time the Giants played the Jets, with the Jets winning 34-27. The last time they've played 2019, 2015, 2011, 2007, 2003. Haven't really played each other a ton, only 14 times in the regular season, but they do play each other every year in the preseason. Alright, so they're back after the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 3 here for the for the Cowboys. Rush looks to throw, he fires quickly, finds Elliott out of the backfield, and he scampers out of bounds after a gain of about 5, and he picks up a Cowboys first down. So, here is 1st and 10 after the short, quick completion. That's what the Cowboys need to do. They need to use the sidelines. They've got 2 timeouts left, but they need 9 points, so 2 possessions. Here is Rush escaping the pocket, and he's just going to fire this one away. Fletcher Cox comes off the field for the Eagles. So, 2nd and 10 here. For the Cowboys after the incompletion. Rush looks to throw. Under pressure, gets a throw away to CeeDee Lamb. Now Lamb into the open field and into Eagles territory. But he does not get out of bounds. The clock's still running, 1:35 left to go. Rush to throw. And almost intercepted. Brandon Graham, 55, got hands on it, batted it up on the air. And then had a few opportunities to catch it. Or one opportunity to catch it, but did not, as that pass falls harmlessly incomplete for the Cowboys and stops the clock, so not necessarily the worst thing. Second and 10 from the Eagles' 41-yard line. Here is Rush, protected well, and he fires, looking for Michael Gallup, but knocked away by Darius Slay to bring up 3rd down. Thanks, not a problem. Good coverage there by Darius Slay on Michael Gallup, knocking that pass away. Here is Rush, and almost intercepted. It appears he and Kevontae Turpin were not on the same page there. And now it is 4th and 10 for the Cowboys. This is a play they need to have in order to still have a chance. Rush was also hit, and instead the Cowboys are going to send out the field goal unit to attempt a 59-yarder. I mean, on 4th and 10, I can understand it. Low snap, good hold, and the kick is no good. Wide right, 2 feet. And that's going to do it for the Cowboys. Just never quite got back to the upright. And it was no good. Wide right, 2 feet. And the Eagles are going to hold off the Cowboys' comeback attempt and get the win here. And improve to 6-0, being the only undefeated team in the NFL. Here's the gift to Sanders on 1st down. He's able to get about 2. Eagles' upcoming schedule, they've got a bye in week 7, then Steelers, and I missed the rest of it. They do have Packers Sunday Night Football, which obviously we will have a stream for, as we have a stream for every Sunday Night and Monday Night Football game. Somebody on the Cowboys was offsides that play. A flag comes out. Several offsides penalties, most on the Cowboys tonight. So 2nd and 3 after the penalty, 58 seconds to go. So 2nd and 3. Here is the give to Boston Scott, and he's able to get about half of that. And now there's some pushing and shoving going on. Flag comes out. So let's see what this flag is. Jason Kelce was shoved down. I did see that. Personal foul. It is on the Cowboys. And only on the Cowboys, giving the Eagles an automatic 1st down. Kelce sort of finished off the block by shoving him into the ground. So I have no idea how to say his name. Number 97 got up and took down Kelce. But here is 1st and 10. You're a Miami fan, no Tua, no Fins. Yeah, they were not. They did end up losing to the Vikings. I did not see a ton of that game. Victory formation for the Eagles as they take a knee. But yeah, I did see the backup Skylar Thompson left with an injury. So Teddy Bridgewater came in. And I found it being an interesting decision to start the rookie Skylar Thompson over Teddy Bridgewater, even though Bridgewater had cleared the concussion protocol. So that is the final. I also never changed this ball marker back to the Eagles, sorry. Final, Eagles 26, Cowboys 17. The Eagles remain undefeated. As they improve to 6-0, the only undefeated team in the NFL. Cowboys fall to third place in the NFC East at 4-2. And that's gonna do it for this stream. Tomorrow we will be back for Monday Night Football, where we've got the Broncos and Chargers. Unfortunately, they put the Broncos in prime time again. So Broncos and Chargers on Monday Night Football tomorrow. We'll be back 8 o'clock Eastern time for that. So make sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on notifications to miss tomorrow's stream. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. So thank you guys for joining me tonight, and I will see you in the next video.